Okay, well, I got a few requests in the comments to go ahead and look up some of you people in Legends mode. So that's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and see what we can find here. Let's see. The first person we're going to look up who wanted to be looked up. I'm not going to do this again. Everyone who already asked, you're the only ones getting looked up. Sorry to anyone else, but I don't want to have to pull this up again. I'm probably going to archive this data and forget about it after this. But first we're going to look for M. Vaser. There he is. You are in here. Of course, everyone should be in here. We have, you were born in 307, so it looks like you were actually born probably in the keep then. You were one of our babies. We'll select you. You were a stone dwarf born in 307, and you were the eldest son of Soviet Hobo I and Nixiter. You turned into adult on 317, and then 1 year later you created a masterful slate crown, and the year after that you created a masterful mica bracelet, and then you turned into a stone crafter. You created Cudgel Boil a few years after that, and in 322 you were promoted to Captain of the Guard. And that same year you ceased being Captain of the Guard. Then you were no longer Captain of the Guard in 324. Or, no. I guess I demoted you for a while, or your squad was disbanded and then I promoted you to another squad. In our final hours you became Captain of the Guard again. You finally bled to death, slain by the fly brute Puzzling Hated. And you ceased to be a captain when you were demoted there. Here's your related historical figures: Erdl, your parents, related entities, the Infallible Towers, and 3 kills: a Boiling Haunt, a Snow Spectre, and a Haunt of Salt. So let's see, who else wanted to be looked up here? Master Fancy Pants, you didn't ask, but you have a comment there, so we'll pull you up. Maybe. How about Master? There's a couple Masters. Nope, apparently I don't have Master Fancy Pants on there. That's sad. You must have lost your name at some point. A lot of people named Fancy, it seems. Fancy Pants, nope. So never mind, I won't look you up. How about King of Croatia? King of Croatia. Nish Lakamdur. You were born in 317. Let's see, King of Croatia II, an Obsidian Dwarf born in 317. You were the youngest son of Soviet Hobo and Nixiter. They pumped out a lot of kids. And you were abducted by the Mind Flayer in the year 324. Well, where was your first dwarf then? You had another dwarf, I thought. You probably lost your name as well. A lot of people lost their names and never got it added back. Altamara. No, I don't think you're the orc. Did I put a 1 in your name? Nope, can't look you up either, I don't think. Erolisi, there you are. We'll take a look at you, Erolisi. You were born in the year 280, and you were of unknown parentage. In 321, you moved to men's basements. And let's see. You mortally wounded the Fantail Devil, who finally bled to death with your adamantine short sword. In the year 323, you also slain an ice demon, and you mortally wounded another Fantail. You were quite the warrior. Took down 3 demons, that's pretty awesome. 2 named ones. You became an enemy of the Torment of Kindling in 324. And the White Devil Glimmer Vigor killed you in 324. At the fall of Men Basement. So let's see, who else do we have here? Master Azra. Oh, did you lose your name too? So you're forever erased from the pages of history maybe? Nope, there you are. But you were born in 244 and you died in 324. You lived quite a long time. In the year 315 you became a member of Men Basement and all this stuff. You settled, became a militia captain. You struck down the Forgotten Beast Zoo to the Mine of Hearts. You ceased being, you became promoted, all this. Mortally wounded the Pterosaur Devil Grizzly Flegum Flimflam, who bled to death with your short sword of adamantine, and you were struck down by the Ash Ghost Secret of Puzzles. There you go, 2 notable kills, 9 other kills. You also worshipped Erdl. A lot of Erdl worshippers, it seems like. Let's see, what other names do we got here? Yeah, we do need to look up Joku, don't we? Joku. Oh man. A lot of Varjo Forgotten Beasts. Was it Joku? Was it this Nord? Joku Catamels? I know there was a J there, so that would have to be it, unless it was this one, Joku Taito Kali. Let's restart that song. Or choose another one, why not? We're listening to The Journey on GTA 4. So, we'll check out, this is Joju Seas Crowns. Actually, Joju Seas Crowns seems like a familiar name. So, born, nope, just died. Died in the year 28. Joku Seas Crowns was a Nord. She was one of the first of her kind. She married Tarkenvane Clobberpeak and settled in Moptweb. She also became the Thane of the Nation of Critters. Took up residence in the hovel of Moptweb. In year 14, Joku moved out of the hovel and took up residence in the apartment complex of Moptweb, moving on up. And in the year 18, she made a journey to the Hill of Coils, where she found the finest coiled ropes in all the land. She returned to Moptweb and moved out of her apartment complex in the year 22. Surely this can't be the legendary Joku then. In year 26, she moved out, took up residence. The giant Sib attacked Joku. No. There's no way that's our Joku. If the dwarves were writing about her, our dwarves are just pitiful. How about Craft Hamill? Born in 34 and died in 48. Took up residence, moved out. Her toe was smashed. No, not that one either. Maybe I'll have to go back to the videos and find out. How about this one? Joku Chain Peaks. Struck down by the giant. Became a clerk, became a member. I thought they were writing about Joku's long journey. Well, now I am curious, dang it. I'll have to find out some other time. Who else do we have here? And by some other time, I mean absolutely never. Let's look up, I'm gonna look me up. About Sergei. He lost his name. Is his title still in here? The Dutchman? Dubin, I don't know what his name was. No. Dumas, something, maybe. I don't know then. How about, you can always look up Bengal. Bengal Harry Basements. Born in 320 and died in 324. Son of Conwise and one of Jeff. Jeff Major. Worshipped Arbin, an object of dubious worship. So nothing there. What about the parents? Conwise. Who did you kill? Conwise the First. Born in 264. Died in 324. Conwise hoisted ink the smooth tower was a stone dwarf born in 264. Of unknown parentage. A ruffian who roamed the streets. An orphan that nobody wanted or cared for. In the early spring of 316, Zephyron Conwise settled in Min Basement, finally finding a home. No one knows what the noble did the years before. You became a farmer and then you gave up being a farmer to become a planter. Somehow you became the enemy of the Hex of Biles. You mortally wounded the cockatrice, Dukir Blister Torments. You also moodily wounded the salamander Cuxo Faction Terror. You did all of this with the copper short sword. You didn't choose the best weapon, but you felt that one was the most balanced out of all of them in the fort. You mortally wounded the lizard folk witch Cannelkill Nightmare rolled, and you became an enemy of the Torment of Kindling. Wonder what empire that was. Well, let's see. How about another song? Well, we read through your epic life story here. You struck down the Archmaster Mind Flayer with a copper short sword. Giant Sami Mighty Steam, the Dutiful Breach, whatever that is. You became militia commander, and you bled to death, slain by the Flybrute, like so many others. What is that Flybrute's name? Flybrute Puzzling Hated. I want to find that Flybrute. Puzzling. A lot of puzzling. Puddling Hated. Leslamer Lenul, born in 152. He was a Flybrute. It was of unknown parentage. A great scaly fly. It has large mandibles, and it undulates rhythmically. Its flax scales are jagged and set far apart. Beware of its poisonous bite. Let's see, it struck down the Jade Dwarfette Zon, Grovel Mule, and that's when we knew it was an enemy. So we put him down in the books for all time to be hated by everyone. Well, I guess that was probably the last thing wrote in that book with a scrawled hand screeching across the page, as the last dwarf died in its maw. Puzzling hated and mortally wounded the moss dwarfette Ravad Lenslol, who bled to death. The jade dwarf Sazkul Orweeks. Andrew Sally II suffocated on his own blood. You also mortally wounded the Aspid dwarf Ashtest Beast Castle, you bastard. MRI Pope the First fell to him. Black Mage the First fell to his onslaught. Even Conwise the First, hoisted ink the smooth tower, bled to death down in Min basement. Also mortally wounded Einod Addycutters, Mebzoth Stancehall, Lalore Helmheads, King Croatia the First, Gank the First, Edom Glaze Constructs. Also became an enemy of the nations of Routing. Mortally wounded the dwarf Melville Sword Arrows. And finally struck down the last dwarf, Vaser the First Post Sizzles, who bled to death on the dirty, muddy, sandy, sooty soil in Min basements. 17 notable kills there. 18 other kills. 7 dogs, 4 dogs, 2 cave tortoises, and a couple other things. Not really sure who else we should look up. How about Jeff real quick? Can I find a major in here? I think he might have lost his name. About Baron? No. Can I spell Baron? No. So that's it. That's all that we've got in Legends here. Regions, there's a whole bunch of regions. You can pause it and see the names, if that's your kind of thing. The Fingers of Loot, the Plains of Impaling, the Hill of Coils. That's where that one person went, Joku went. Maybe that was where the path went. The Hill of Coils could be found within the eternal universe of Dawn. In the year 18, the Nord Joku Seas Crowns made, her legendary journey to the Hill of Coils here. A lot of people starved to death in 324, it looks like. Obsidian Dwarf. Aww. I guess we were located in the Hill of Coils. And these are all the people who died. Starved to death after I abandoned the fort. Well, thank you, Joku, for leading us to the final resting place of these last remaining dwarves. This is what your journey to the Hill of Coils was all about. The downward spiral of these dwarves, like a noose around someone's neck. Rest in peace, Bengal, and all the other brave dwarves who gave their lives for Min basements.